Boomer. Right, hello. Today we have the OBF1 League Wednesday evening race at Azerbaijan round 6. Very close at the top of the table for the Drivers' Championship, but I believe I'm right that H. Taylor isn't here today. So it is a chance for Lil Jim to get ahead, as there's only a 1 point gap. So a good points finish would give him an advantage here. Mitch get a good points finish, that closes the gap a lot as well. A bit of a gap down to the rest, but I'm sure they will catch up eventually. We have cars going out on track now, looking to get as far up the grid as they can. I believe Hawk Pie is the first one out on track here. Doing very well in F2 recently. Can he bring that into the F1? I'm sure he will. Oh, we've got someone in the wall already on their outlap. That's not ideal at all. I'm sure they'll be going back to the pits to get that fixed up. If he doesn't get disqualified, and that was a bit silly there from Ratho. I'm not sure what was quite going through his head there, but he will be starting last. I don't think that caused any other damage to anyone else, but that was a bit silly. We've got Hawk Pie about to start his flying lap. Last few corners onto the main straight, very close to the wall. Hitting over 200 miles an hour down the straight. Nice and neat for turn 1. Heavy brake into turn 2, don't hit the wall, very nice. Flat out up to turn 3. Let's get the telemetry on. Nice close to the wall there. Get a good launch out of this corner. Hard braking as we go towards the castle section here. Very important not to get, well, you've got to get the turning right here or else you could be out very easily. Put this very well through there, very neat. Keeps in the track limits on the exit. Very close to the wall again there, but the closer you get to the wall, the faster you're going to go. As long as you don't hit it, obviously. Last few corners. Very minimal steering. Down towards the line. Been a very neat lap, but is it quick? A 140.7, that is not too bad. Not too bad there. Who else is out here? Got Pistol, I believe, is on a flying lap. We've got SC Collider going 41.7. Then we'll have a 41.2. Sanchez with a 42.7. See where Pistol's going to put himself. Got a yellow flag set to 1. I'm not sure if someone's crashed or just slow it down. Activate the DRS. Down to the line. What's it going to be? 41.6. Got Break FN going pole with a 38.4. provisional pole of a very good lap there, very good lap from him. Got Ash Fitz very close to the wall, good exit out of here, flat down here, it's a tight corner, up through the castle, nice and clean, stay in track limits on the exit, flat through these couple lefts, a hard brake into a hard left. The Sanchez gets out the way very nicely. And then flat from here to the line through these corners. Keep it neat. Try not to rub off any of your speed by turning too hard. Activate the DRS as soon as you can. Time is going to be 39.2, very decent there. Lil Jim has gone 38.6 as well, a very good time. Could have a very tight battle for the pole position here. Who else is out? Lou is out on his lap, just got out the castle. Nice and flat, straight down to the line. Activate DRS as soon as you can. Get as much speed as possible. The time is a 1:40.2, not too bad at all. Puts in 4th for the moment, as most people are on their laps. Not well. Ooh, quite deep into turn 1 there from Ghost. That's gonna ruin his lap quite a lot there. Pressure mixer has crashed. Very unfortunate for him. Hope we can keep that going. Get it back to the pits. Told you Ghost is carrying on. Luckily, pressure mixer ghosted in the middle of the track. Get as close towards you can here. Bit wide through there, compromises exit, gets a decent exit though. Lou is out the way. Up to the castle as much speed as possible. And he's hit the wall there and there. That is quite unfortunate there, but he'll get back to the pits, get himself together and go again, I'm sure. Got Shankly on a fast lap here in sector 1, going down towards turn 3. Very nice through there. Oh, goes a bit deep into the wall. That's going to lose all his time there. He's going to carry on, see what he can do. Quite slow through the castle, but he may have a bit of damage, I'm not sure. Stays within the track limits. He's going to keep going, see what time he can get. Time is on 1:42.9, so probably get a lot of time off that with those 2 mistakes he had through towards the castle. So 11 people setting their times. Brake FN is currently pole, but I'm sure that Lil Jim will be wanting to give him a good battle for that pole position, which they are both on the out laps now. Stay on board with Lil Jim, very fast driver. I believe Brake FN is actually stepping in for somebody today, so he's doing very well so far. Lil Jim, very fast driver every week, very consistent. I'm sure he's going to give it his all here to get on pole. Yellow flag set the one, hope that doesn't hold him up. Proofs get the turn one right, get the lap off to a good start. Very nice through there. Get a good exit out of turn 2 to blast after turn 3, open the DRS. Very nice through there, get right close to the wall, gives you a better exit. Get tight right towards the castle. As Hawk Pie gets a 5-place grid penalty. I'm not sure what's happened here, but he might have collided with somebody by the looks of things. But he's still on board of Lil Jim, who I think has backed off. So I'm not sure what's happened there. Looks like Hawk Pie and Press Mixer may have come together, I'm not too sure. But Hawk Pie does have a 5-place grid penalty, unfortunately. So that's going to drop him down the order quite significantly. Is Lil Jim going to pit or is he going to try and go again? I'm not sure. But we do have Brake FN on the lap. Bit of a lock up into turn 3 there, but and turn 4. Keep it going though. Very close to the wall there. Get over the curb, try to get a good exit. Pressing Mitchell's retired from this session, not sure if he's hit the wall or not, I don't think he has. Very close to the wall for the castle section, very impressive. Good exit out of there, stay in the track limits, flat down towards turn 16. Some people choose to go over the curb, some people completely avoid it. Brake FN, oh, he's gone over the curb and dropped it on the exit. That's the problem with that curb, it unsettles the car. You've got to get the traction spot on if you go over that curb, but it can gain you time. So, high risk, high reward for that corner. As Lil Jim did pit, so no really movement on the leaderboard currently. We've got Ryan yet to set a lap. We've got Ghost here on a lap, I believe. Set his first time of the session. We've got 4 minutes left, so we'll have people coming out the pits shortly to put in their final efforts. Ghost puts in a time 41.7, which puts him 10th. We have another retirement from the session, but as we have a lot of people on their way out, I think I've just seen someone crash there. So we've got a lot of people coming out on their out lap, trying to improve. Lil Jim, Blue, Sanchez and Shankly currently, I'm sure they'll all be out there. On board with Sanchez here into turn 1. Very neat through there. Try and carry as much through there as possible. Through turn 2, get a good exit, hit the DRS. Set yourself up for turn 3 as best you can. Sort of traffic ahead, but hopefully they will stay out of the way if it catches them. Get nice out of the way there. Gets close, we can on the left, get a good exit. He's gone a bit deep, that's going to compromise his lap a lot. Bit of Wilson on the exit as well. He's going to stick with it though. So he comes up to the castle section now, crucial to get this right. Don't hit the wall, very nice. Stay on the track limits, he has. After turn 16, we'll use the curb. He chooses to just clip it, to avoid the curb, get a good exit out. Onto the final real corner really. Oh, and he's dropped it there into the wall. Very unfortunate there. He's not going to have time for another lap. Hopefully, he stays at the way of everyone here. We've got a little Jim on a lap. Very neat through there. Coming down to turn 7. Cut as much of that corner as you can without sending the track limits. Fast through the castle. Very neat through there. Tight to the wall on the exit. Stay in the track limits on the right. Flat down to turn 16. Will Jim use that curb on the inside? No, Jim chooses to avoid the curb. A safe option. Still gain time there though. Very good exit out of there. Flat to the line. Will he be able to beat Break FN for pole? Well, Break FN is on his out lap, so there will be another effort from him. As he crosses the line, he does take pole, a 38.1, a very, very good lap from Lil Jim there. Will Break FN be able to take it back though? Got on board with Ashfitz now, coming out of the castle, a bit squirmy by the looks of things, but he's carried on. Hard braking, he uses that curb, but hits the wall. It's a bit wide there, I believe that's track limits for him. Everyone out trying to put in their last efforts. Hawk High with his 5 grid penalty. Unfortunate for him, but I'm not sure what happened now. I'm sure we'll hear about it. We have Break FN down to turn 7. Will he be able to top Jim's lap, which is very... No, he's... Oh dear. Not at all. He's turned too early there, hit the wall, and that is him out. He will start second, and I believe these two in the pits. Can any of these get anywhere near Lil Jim? Well, he's got a bit deep there into turn 7. That's going to compromise him. Hawk High. Will he be able to get up there even though he's got his penalty? He doesn't improve. This Alfa Romeo is the only one left to try and take pole off of Lil Jim. Will he be able to do it? Flat, keep it neat, don't slow off the speed. Activate the DRS, down to the line. Will he improve? He just tops Lou by just over a tenth. So that is everyone done, I believe. So Lil Jim takes pole. Very, very good lap there. As I said, very quick driver, very consistent. But Break FN doing a very solid job up until that last incident in the castle. I'm not sure if he was up or not. Very, very close. Got Ashfitz in third. Nearly a second behind, so you see how quick these two are up top. Got Denmark 1.3 off them. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. 5th. Lou 6th, Hawkpie 7th, Furkan Outplay 8th, Pistol 9th. Pistol's very good at defending on these games. SYG Ghost 10th, Collider 11th, Ryan 12th, Sanchez 13th, Shankly 14th, Pressimix with no time along with Loratho. But Hawkpie will drop to, where was he, 7th. Looks like it's all sun up there today, so it shouldn't be any rain at Azerbaijan. Wouldn't expect rain at Azerbaijan, but you never know with this game sometimes. Everybody choosing their strategies, filling their car with fuel. I know some people like to put more fuel in to running that rich more longer. Some people under fuel. So here's our tyre strategies. Soft to hard for the 1 stop around lap 7. You've got the soft, medium, the 2 stop. So got everyone warming up their tyres now. Crucial to have good tyre temperature off the line, or else you could be very vulnerable. So Hawkpie obviously drops down to 12 with his 5-place grid penalty. I'm not sure what actually happened there, but we'll find out. We've got Ryder and Ryan both on the medium tyre. We've got everyone on the softs down to them. We've got Hawkpie on the softs in 12. And we've got the last 4 drivers on the hards trying to go long into the race. And maybe, as long as they get no damage, hit near the end onto softs and try and get that advantage over anybody else who will be on a slower tyre at the time. Everybody keeping up in the formation lap, making sure their tyres are warm. Like I said, you do not want cold tyres. So for the 2 stop, that is the laps they should be pitting if they're going to go for the 2 stop, which I'd be surprised if anyone did, but you never know. I would expect a 1 stop from most of the drivers today on the softs. Lil Jim's back in the pack up now, make sure they're all together as they approach the grid. Everybody's still going on. Very short run on into turn 1, so crucial to get that good start to stay ahead. Won't be no slipstreaming into turn 1. But it will be down to turn 3 as all the drivers approach the grid now. So we're nearly ready for the start. Ready for them lights to come on now. Everybody on the grid ready to go. As the lights come on, 5 red lights, and they're off. A decent start from Jim, I think. Very nice. Leads into turn 1. A very good start from, not sure, I think Ashfit's in 3rd there. Brake FN going down a little bit. Running nearly 3-way down to turn 3. Denmark's looking on brake FN, but they carry on, no damage so far for the front runners. Lil Jim is running away with it at the moment. Brake FN is trying to catch him already. We've got 2-way into that chicane here. Can Denmark get the run on? Ash Fitz down to turn 7. Ash is just going to keep him in the lead of this little battle here. Lil Jim has absolutely stormed away from the pack already, down to the back of the pack. Could be some damage down here somewhere, I'm not sure. Someone's took damage at the castle, a lot of damage, wing everywhere. I believe this could be Collider's wing, possibly. And there's a virtual safety car, as there was a lot of debris in that castle then. I'm sure we'll have a lot of people pitting, but Jim does have nearly a 2-second gap on brake FN after a very good start. Ash Fitz was looking at brake FN after turn 1 into turn 2, but thought better of it. And virtual car is over, so they are back going again. Brake FN has managed to pull a gap closer to Jim. I'm not sure how, but he's managed it. Right, we've got 3 people in the pits, Collider in the pits for that wing damage in the castle. I've seen Ryan as well, and Hawkeye. Hawkeye is not having the best of luck today. So we've got people pitting onto the hards. Try and go as long as they can. Hawk onto the mediums. Lil Jim keeping that gap to brake FN. Move down the field a bit, any close battles. Yeah, we've got Lou looking at pistol here, obviously not going to go for it in the castle, that's never going to work, so try and keep this gap to the straight, try and get the slipstream as DRS is active this lap. With that DRS, try and get a very good run onto pistol into turn 1. Pistol hits the wall there, I'm not sure if he had damage from that, I didn't see anything come off his car. Let's try and get a good exit out of here. Use his overtake, which he's used nearly half of already, to keep with pistol. Will pistol be able to do anything about this attack? Because it will be very, very fast coming towards him now. As Lou is in the slipstream, going towards turn 1. Is he going to make it? I'm not sure he is. He's not. A bit of contact into the back of pistol there, but nothing too serious. We've got Ghost in the pits. Lou going to try and get a good run off turn 2 down to turn 3. Pistol's got a very good run off of there. Uses this overtake down to 35%. Not going to use all of that too quickly. As brake FN is dropped to 1.8 seconds behind Jim now. Jim slowly pulling away. Ash Fitz has dropped a little bit back from brake FN. Denmark as well. It's the closest battle at the moment, although there is one going on here between 3 drivers. Raffo, Sanchez and Pressing Mixer. Sanchez is a bit wide there. We'll just give Raffo a bit of a run down to turn 7. We're running very close to the castle here, trying not to go into each other. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure what's happened here. Collider has hit the wall at turn 2, overdone it a bit there by looking at things. Hawkeye overtakes Ghost down towards turn 7. Running close through the castle. Oh, and that's Sanchez in the wall there, and there's a safety car. So that is going to make things very interesting now for people going to dive into the pits. Jim and Bregman are already past the pits, and Auschwitz has pitted along with Denmark. Everybody is going in the pits. It's going to give everyone an advantage here. Farken has decided to stay out to overtake all these. Let's give some people a very good advantage here on the front two runners as we go into a safety car. So our only DNF is Sanchez from the race as he hit the wall there. I don't know if his wheel came off, he just decided to retire, I'm not sure. But he's in the middle of the track there, he might have hit the wall then. Hopefully no one's going to hit him there. He possibly did hit the wall. SC Collider is probably going to have to pit as well, as we've seen him in the wall at turn 2. I'm curious to see if Lil Jim and Break FN dive into the pits as they get round now, or it's going to be too late as they will probably drop down the pack a bit. As a pit stop is about 20 seconds here without wing damage, so it will be close. As a Ghost retiring from the session. Not sure what's happened there. I don't know if he's just retired or hit the wall, I'm not sure. But we have 14 people left in this session. So a good chance of points for a lot of people here. Hawk Pie recovering from his 5-place grid penalty. Going to bring the pack back together. He'll want to get a good run on everyone in front of him. Pressing Mixers on the soft tyre to try and get ahead of a lot of people before he needs to pit again. Lil Jim, are they going to pit at the front here? Looks like he might be. He is. It's Break FN. They are both going to pit. So this might give Burke in the lead if he decides to pit or not. He didn't the first time round. So he could hit the lead of the race here. Lil Jim onto the mediums. Break FN onto the hards. This is interesting now. 2 different compounds. Where's Furkan going to be here? Lil Jim might actually stay ahead of him there. He will, I think, and so will Break FN. Furkan has stayed out on them whole soft tyres, so he's sticking to the strategy. We've got a lot of different compounds now. We've got 2 people on the softs. We've got a lot on medium, a lot on hards. Very different strategies around. I assume people on the hards are going to try and go to the end. It's quite a long way away if you think about it, but I'm sure they will be able to pull it off. Everybody behind the safety car now want to keep them tyres warm. Let's have a look at position changes. Furkan's up 4 places because he hasn't pitted. We have Raffo up 9 places who has pitted, so he's doing well. Got Ryan up 1 place, Shankly up 3, Pressing Mixer up 2. Clyder not having the best of luck, down 4 places, Lou's down 3, and Auschwitz is down 3. Barking Play will have to pit on these old soft tyres, it could be vulnerable. So everyone behind him on them fresh, mediums and hard tyres. Breaker, I want to get a good run down that straight and try and have Lil Jim into turn 1. Will be very interesting to watch that one, as they are both very fast drivers. See who can keep up with them. Safety car will be staying out another lap yet, I assume. So another lap behind the safety car. Hyder needs to catch up, and Hawk Pie again gets a penalty along with Shankly. They've obviously come together somehow down the straight as Hawk Pie's going in the pits, as he may have wing damage because of it. Not good at all from Hawkeye. His luck is very bad today. But he's not going to lose too many positions, as it is under safety car, so if it is going to happen, it's going to happen now. What tyre will he be going on to? It'll be the hard, I believe, as he serves his 5-second penalty straight away. Shankly will be staying out. We'll need to try and get a gap of 5 seconds to the cars behind him, or else he will be dropping positions at the end. Or if he pits again on these mediums, which I think he will be. So Hawkeye onto the hard tyres. Looking to just get some consistent laps in and be there right at the end when everyone else is pitting. I'm not sure what's happened with Shankly and Hawkeye there, maybe a bit of braking from Shankly, I'm not sure. But they've obviously come together as they both do have penalties. Well, Hawkeye has served his penalty. Denmark has left the session. Might be connection now, I'm not sure, that's a real shame. He's doing quite well in fourth there on some fresh mediums. Probably have a good run onto Furkan with the fresh tyres. The car stay out for another lap. Not sure why. Maybe Hot wouldn't quite catch up in time, I'm not sure, but I have just seen that Hawkeye thinks that Shankly could have hit his brakes going down the straight, but he'll have to check his footage on that one as Denmark joins back the session. Very good that he's joined back, he's running well in fourth there, but very unlucky for Hawkeye again. As a safety car should go in this lap, I assume, as everybody is with the safety car now, ready to go racing again. This would be Lil Jim's race to win here for the championship. He's 1 point behind H. Taylor, isn't here today. So if he just got the win, he'd be 24 points ahead. If he got the fastest lap as well, that's 25 points ahead of H. Taylor, which is very critical there. So I assume the safety car should be in this lap. It is in this lap. So do you want to get that gap to the safety car line? Wait for the safety car to be in the pits. We'll whap everybody up. Try and hit the accelerator when brake fan is not expecting it. SE Coda in a collision with Hawkeye. Hawkeye getting another penalty. Is really not going well for him today. Really unlucky here. Not sure what's going on at the back with these drivers, but something fishy's going on. As Lil Jim has hit the throttle early, as braking fan expected it. He's a bit behind. He's going to use his overtake to try and keep up. But we are going down to turn 1. Lil Jim stays ahead, Break FN shortly behind him. Furkan doing very well to keep up with him on them tyres. We've got some position change going on here. Pistol is up to 7th, Blue's down to 8th. Ratho is dropping positions, very close through there. Pressing Mix is dropping back, and maybe a bit of damage there, I'm not sure, I heard some cars colliding. But it doesn't seem too bad as Ryan goes down inside of Ratho there. Very nice through there, gives him the space. So all going well up here. Lil Jim is trying to create that big gap again. He's up to 1.3 seconds now. Denmark has overtaken Furkan as he's on them old soft tyres, probably struggling a little bit now. But wants to get in them pits sooner rather than later on fresh tyres, get some good laps in. But Denmark's going to want to try and catch Break FN now. Very close in the midfield here. Could be some moves going on down on the straight. Pistol's going to want to get through these drivers ahead of him, as there's a yellow flag in sector 2, as Collider has had another collision coming out of the castle section. Very action-packed here with lots of collisions going on. But Lil Jim is nearly 2 seconds ahead of Break FN now. Doing very well here, not really as much as overtake either. Break FN is using his to try and catch back up. Denmark is just outside of a second. He wants to get in that second by the time DRS is activated. Furkan is staying out still on them softs, as we have Furkan under pressure here from the Alfa Romeo. He goes down the inside of turn 1, very nice through there. He's now under pressure by Ashfitz behind him. He's going to hold on to 5th for now. I'm sure Piss will be having a look to get involved with this fight ahead of him, as well as Lou as well. As Ashfitz going around the outside of turn, all bit of as Furkan has ended up in the wall with a bit of contact there going round turn 3. Not a lot of room left on that inside for him to go there, but he stuck his nose in there and he's come out on the bottom. But I'm not sure Alfa Romeo got any damage there, so I think he should be alright. Still very close in this midfield. He's going to try and close that gap to Ashfitz now. Lou's just behind him still, as Lil Jim has made a 2.5 second gap. Clearly going very well on these medium tyres, and Break FN struggling a bit on these hards. But obviously Lil Jim may have to pit again, and Break FN will want to go to the end, so Lil Jim will have to push as hard as he can to keep that gap. Denmark has dropped back a little bit, but he is on the medium tyre as well, so he may have to pit again. As it's very close to Pistol here, going through these little turns onto the straight. DRS is not enabled yet, so he's going to have to just use his overtake. But safety car, there's a safety car, as Furkan has DNF'd from the race. After that collision down at turn 3, he must have had no wing and hit the wall somewhere, as people are diving into the pits. Very smart decision there from Pistol, quick thinking, as well as Ryan and Pressing Mixer. Ryan onto a new set of softs, Pistol onto the hards, and Pressing Mixer onto the mediums. So I assume try and get to the end now. Another safety car here at Azerbaijan. 13 drivers left. So Shankly still with that 5-second penalty, running in 8th. With Lil Jim made that gap quite big again, another safety car to set him back in his tracks. But Denmark still up there. Pressing it to get a drive through for speed under the safety car, so we'll have to do that once the safety car is in. Very action packed here, this race. Is Lil Jim going to stay out on these mediums to try and get them to the end? Would be a challenge, but it does look like he's going to try and pit onto possibly another set of mediums, or maybe try the hards. As at Break FN, I assume will stay out. Denmark's going to stay out. Looks like everyone else is going to stay out. No, Asterix is going in for a new set of tyres. Slew does not want to double stack there. Looks like Ratho could be making his way into the pits as well. Shankly's going to go in. Got his penalty as well to serve. Which he will serve in the pits now, so he can get that off his back. He will probably lose a couple positions because of this, but it's got to be done. Pressing mixer will have to do his drive through once the safety car is in, as you can't do that under the safety car. So that's going to really halter his race here. So everybody on fresh tyres now. Lil Jim is down in 5th place. So he's going to have to try and make his way through the 3 drivers ahead of him to get to Break FN and try and take that win. But he will be on fresher tyres than everyone ahead of him, so it will make the job a little bit easier, but they won't make it easy for him at the same time. So, it'll be very interesting to see what Lil Jim can do from here. Ryan also going to be just behind Lil Jim, his teammate, in the Mercedes. And everybody down to Hawkpie's on fresh tyres. I believe Hawkpie did leave the session. I don't know if that was connection error or not, but yeah, it's been a rough day for Hawkpie. And Carloida also been in a few fights himself. Hit the wall a couple times. Has done a few pit stops to fix that wing, but he's staying in it with all these safety cars. I won't warn him out of anything yet. There is 13 drivers left, so a good opportunity for points for everyone here. So we have quite a lot of position changes here. We've got Ryan, who's up 5 places from the start. Raho's up 7. Pressing Mixer's up 5. Shankly's up 3. We've got the top 4 all making positions, but they have not pitted a second time. So Lil Jim has dropped down a bit, but he will be back up there, I'm sure. Ashbit's down 4 places, as well as Collider. But Shankly, Hotboy and Carter will gain a position when Pressing Mixer does his drive through, so that will boost them up towards the points, or put Shankly in the points after his collisions with Hawkeye. Whatever happened there, still not too sure what's happened there. Hawkeye thinking what a brake check, then come onto the straight. So I'm sure we'll see the footage from that at some point. Okay, still maintaining position in 8th, so not doing too badly at all. He'll be looking to get up the grid though by the end of the race, as he is on a set of hards who will have a tyre advantage come the end, but at the start he will be a bit slower than everyone around him, as they are on mediums. Safety car is in this lap, so Break FM want to get that gap to the safety car, back everybody up. I want to be ready for him to hit that accelerator, could happen at any moment, so they've got to be ready, get that reaction time very good. Lil Jim want to get a very good reaction off here, to try and get past the 3 drivers ahead to get to Break FN as soon as possible to try and get that win. But don't rule out the people in front of him. Lou easily could be up there. He's got to get a good run here off the start as Break FN goes, but he's hit the wall. He's put the accelerator down too hard. Denmark is going to take the lead. Is he allowed to do that? I don't think he is. So everyone's going to take again, but Break FN does have damage. He's gone straight to the pits. Denmark takes the lead. Just a bit of a madness off the start there. I'm not sure what was going on. Ryan's outbraked himself and nearly caused a big collision. Lil Jim is up to 4th. Going to want to get in front of these guys as that has really affected Break FN there. He's got a very, very bad restart. Tyres are probably a bit cold as well. But Lil Jim is now in a very good position here if he can get past these 3 drivers. Denmark's going to want to try and get as far away as he can, as he could be on for a very good finish here. Definitely a podium, but could be on for the win if he can keep his head and keep the gap and try and defend off the people behind him. Very tight through here still, everyone's still running very close together. Pressing Mixer is yet to go and do his drive through. Break FN is onto the mediums, very gutting for him there. Lil Jim going to try and get the run on Lou out of that corner. He's a bit squirmy out of there, Lou, and Lil Jim is passed through down to turn 16. Very close through there. Lou's going to try and get it back on him on the straight of the lots of roads of overtake, get the slipstream down to turn 1. But he has got his teammate behind him to worry about, I think, a bit more than Jim at the moment, as Jim has rocketed off ahead. But his teammate is going to be looking to try and get the run on him, as Ryan is just behind them as well. He's side by side down to turn 1, wheel to wheel. I think could be just passing by the time they get there. He is. Ryan's having a look up the inside, but thinks better of it. Very good racing here, but as Pistol is out of the race, not very good at all there. Heartbreaking for him. I'm sure he's doing really well there. So is that going to be another safety harm? I don't think it is. It's just a yellow flag. So everyone continues racing for now, as Lil Jim closes down the Alfa Romeo in second on the fresher tyres. Can have a look on the inside here, but I don't think he's going to go for it there. Have to just sit behind him through the castle for now, as Denmark has got a 2-second lead. He seems to keep pushing and try and keep that lead as much as he can. Auschwitz will be trying to have a look at this battle as well, as Lil Jim has clearly got the tyre advantage here and just waiting for that opportunity to get past, and Auschwitz will be there as well, I'm sure, to get up the scraps of this battle. Here we go then, onto the straight, very close with these corners, try not to make contact. Overtake is on, he's up alongside him already. He's going to have to run all the way down to turn 1. He is going to get past him, I think. Is Alfa Romeo going to try and get back down that inside? He's thought better of it, as Jim takes second and is now going to want to try and close that 2.5 second gap with 11 laps remaining at Azerbaijan, as Auschwitz is now wanting to look at Joe as well. Break FN setting fastest laps, trying to catch up best he can, showing he's got the pace. Auschwitz also with the tyre advantage on the Alfa Romeo, so it's going to sit behind him and try and wait for that straight, or he should do. And Lil Jim is already closing that gap very significantly, nearly a second already, doing very well here. Yellow flag, sector 2. What's happened here? The Alfa, bit of contact maybe, but the Alfa Romeo has lost it in the castle. I assume he may have some damage from that, unfortunately, which is going to very unlucky there. Going to have to probably pit. Yeah, he's got damage. Very unlucky there. He was running very well. So I had to stay out on them tyres. Try not to retire himself. I had to go back to the pits. There's a virtual safety car. Everybody slows down, as the gap is about 1.3 seconds to Lil Jim in Denmark, which is very, very strong from Lil Jim here. Very consistent driver. And I believe Preston Mixer did DNF there. So there's only 11 drivers left now. So very good chance of points for everybody left. As the Alfa Romeo does pit, as well as Denmark in the pits onto medium tyres. And Alfa Romeo, unfortunately, after wing changing a very long stop, he's dropped to last already. This could be his race over unless there is a safety car, unfortunately. So Lil Jim does take the lead somehow. Oh wait, yeah, Denmark did pit for them tyres. Sorry, I forgot about that. So Lil Jim is in the lead by 3.2 seconds. As the two Ferraris are behind him. Wanted to try and close that gap, but Lou is on a lot longer tyre. He's on the tyres a lot longer than the front two and the people behind him. He's going to have a very tough rest of the race to try and maintain the podium position. Ash is going to try and close that gap to Lil Jim. 3.2 seconds in it. They're on the same tyre for the same amount of time. Both got about half their ARS left. Ryan's going to try and catch up to Lou and get that podium position, and maybe catch Ashwitz as well. But Denmark is close to his teammate. They're very close, as they're going to go around turn 16 and try and get a good launch off of this corner to get a run on his teammate down the straight. Who then down the straight are very close already. You don't want to go side by side through there. That's never going to end well. So he's going to sit behind, wait for the slipstream, overtake, get the DRS. He's going to get him pretty much before the DRS, and cuts in front of him, and that should be right over as Denmark takes 6th place. Flight's got a bit wide there. Denmark is on the charge back up the field. Next ahead is Raffo, 3 seconds ahead. So everybody a fair distance apart from each other right now. But Ray FN is going to try and look at Collider as well after that battle with his teammate. Can he close this gap? He's losing a lot of his DRS. Little lock up there into turn 3. Closing the gap though. Could be very close here. If you can get a good exit out of this corner, you could have a little look down the inside. But I think he's just going to sit behind and wait for the straight yet again. That is probably the safe, well, it is the safest opportunity to overtake. Lil Jim is maintaining that gap very well. He's slowly pulling away from Ashwitz. It looks like Jim could just run away with this now, but I wouldn't count anyone out yet. There could be more safety cars to bring everyone back together. Lou's dropping back on his old tyres. Ryan is trying to catch him. Getting caught by Raffo in the McLaren, as Denmark is also catching him, as Lil Jim sets the fastest lap. It proves that he is charging away from the field at the moment. We have Break FN onto the straight in the DRS of Collider. Down to turn 1, very easy, pull out. Get back on the racing line, and easy as you like. There's SE Collider going to have a look up to turn 3. He's going to have the grip off the corner, I don't think so. As Break FN is on that faster medium tyre for a less amount of time as well. Very solid race for Ferrari so far, scoring some good points in the constructors. Lil Jim looking to get as many points he can on H. Taylor while he's absent from the race. Put him in the lead of the championship as it stands. Brake FN is trying to charge back through the field after that terrible restart on the safety car. Unfortunately, he hit the accelerator too hard, maybe cold tyres, went in the wall, got damaged, went straight in the pits, and he's trying to make that charge back up through the field as his teammates in front of him trying to fight Denmark for P5. But Denmark is going to have DRS on Ryan on the straight, so it's going to be a bit of a DRS train going here as Lil Jim took another fastest lap, proving how quick he really is as that gap is up to 6.1 seconds now. So DRS activated for Denmark and Brake FN. Not Brake FN, Arato, sorry. It was a bit wide there, so Brake FN is probably going to have a try and get in that DRS range for the run up to turn 3. On a fresher tyre, but not by much, so it might not make too much of a difference here. But both very low on the RS, especially Raffo, literally got nothing left. As Denmark's looking for Ryan and very close to contact there. Very, very close racing here, leaving each other enough space. As Denmark's probably going to have to sit behind him through the castle section and up towards the straight with a bit of contact on the back of him. As Ryan has dropped back off the Ferraris quite a lot. And Lil Jim is absolutely flying in front, 8 seconds ahead now. We've got a very tight battle for 5th, 6th and 7th here. And for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. So this could end up anyway. Denmark's going to maybe have a little look here. I'd sit behind here. Just wait until that straight. Ryan very slow off the corner. Just going to be bringing Raffo into the equation here, as well as Brake FN. We're going to have a very big battle on the straight here. As Ryan pulls to the left, he's going in the pits, as Brake FN overtakes Raffo. Raffo sticks to the outside. Overtaken by Brake FN. Brake FN doing very well to come back from his restart collision with the wall. Now we're going to try and have a look on Denmark with the DRS wide open. Don't think he's quite going to get him down to turn 3, but very close battle still, with his teammates still keeping up with them. Ride out onto... well, he's dropped back a little bit unfortunately. He's going to try and get involved as Brake FN is very close to Denmark now. He's going to want to try and get past him on the straight into 4th as soon as possible to try and maybe get up to that podium position again. As Lil Jim is nearly 11 seconds ahead now, absolutely flying ahead of the pack. Two guys pretty separated as well. So they're just going to try and bring the cars home as long as Lou does not get attacked from behind by this fight here. A few lockups here, not causing too much trouble. Still in the DRS of Denmark, it's going to be a battle down the straight towards turn 1. In the slipstream, catching him already before even near the DRS zone. Pulls alongside him. Yeah, DRS as well, should be a very easy move past Denmark, unfortunately. He will drop down to 5th. Raffo has dropped back, he's going into the pits. So Brake FN on a very good comeback drive here. Will he be able to get that gap to Lou, who's on very old hard tyres, so he will have the tyre advantage on these mediums, but does he have the pace? Denmark is just going to sit behind him. Maybe have another look. I don't think so. Denmark is on the fresher tyre, so maybe able to keep up with Brake FN. Brake FN doing very well as he is a reserve driver, or just filling in. So doing a very solid performance here. Shankly is getting very close to Alfa Romeo in 7th. Trying to get as many points as possible in that Red Bull. Just dropping out of DRS, they're going to try and get in DRS by the time they get to the straight. Denmark is slowly drifting back. We're going to try and stay in DRS. We've had quite a bad exit out of the castle section there. So Brake FN is now on the charge for Lou, who's already closed the gap very, very fast. This could be very tricky for Lou to stay ahead there. For maybe both Brake FN and Denmark to get ahead of him, but I'm sure he'll put up a good defence on his old hard tyres. Auschwitz, unfortunately, Lil Jim is absolutely flying out ahead, 14 seconds. Very dominant performance from Lil Jim here. Very interesting to see where Brake FN would fit into that if he didn't have that collision off the start of the safety car, but he's doing very well. We've got Ryan and Rappo on fresh soft tyres down here in 9th and 10th. Going to try and look to close that gap up to Shankly to get those as much points as possible. So not many close battles going on here now, just a lot of catching up to do as Brake FN's looking to try and get to Lou as fast as he can to give himself as much time to get the overtake done. So the gap is coming down quite quickly as Lou has got those very old tyres on. Unfortunately for him, this could be very rocky last few laps of the race, as he'll have Brake FN and possibly Denmark on his tail as well. As Brake FN does hit the wall there, I'm not sure that's going to give any damage, maybe a little bit, but hopefully not too much to damage his effort to try and get on that podium after a very strong race up until that collision after the safety car. But that gap is coming down very quickly. Little Jim just can't fault it at the moment. He's just going very well now. He's just got to bring the car home, not push too much. He's got the gap, 3 laps left. Should be a pretty easy drive for him now. As Auschwitz is going to try and, well, stay quite ahead of Lou actually, because Lou's going to be under pressure and he don't want him to be under pressure as well, as he wants to keep that second. And Brake FN is getting closer and closer. Denmark isn't too far behind, 2.7 seconds off Brake FN, so it could be close between him and Lou if Brake does get ahead of Lou. We have Shankly closing on Ryan here for 8th and 9th place. See what Shankly can do through the first and second set to stay with him. But Ryan is on fresh, soft tyres, so he will have that pace advantage. Unfortunately for Shankly, but I'm sure he'll still put up a good fight to try and stay with him, getting that DRS range. Speaking of DRS range, Brake FN is very, very close. If he gets a good exit off here, which he has, a very good exit, he's going to be right on Lou's tail now, down the straight towards turn 1. He's got overtake to do it. Lou hasn't got too much overtake. Neither has Brake FN, to be fair, but he's going to be in DRS in the slipstream overtake as well. Lou's going to defend to the inside. Who's going to come out on top here? Defends to the inside, wheel to wheel around turn 1. As I think Break FN has just got ahead of Lou, who's just going to sit behind and maybe try and get the slipstream down to turn 3. But Break FN on them fresher tyres is just going to easily pull out of the corners a lot easier than Lou will be at the moment. So looking back to Denmark now is 3.3 seconds behind of this battle. 2 laps to do it. It's going to be close if he can, but will be very close. He's going to try and stay with Break FN here, but I'm not sure as much he can do on these tyres at the moment. Just try and hold that P4 for now. As Break FN is only 2.9 seconds behind Ashpit, so if he puts a proper push in, he could possibly get to Ashpit as well come the last lap. But that will take a mighty effort from him. As Lou is slowly dropping off the back of Break FN, unfortunately. Not a lot he can do about it. Them tyres, hard tyres, 19 laps old. They've gone a very long way on them tyres, just want to get the car home. Make sure Denmark will catch him though, which he hasn't really so far. But Break FN here is closing that gap, so he's got 2 laps as he crosses the line to try and make that gap up to Ashwitz. As I'm pretty sure Lou, does he have DRS? He doesn't. But is sticking very well to Break FN, to be fair to him. Break FN is closing the gap to Ashwitz very, very fast. I'm not sure what's happened there through sector 1. There is a yellow flag in sector 1 as it's Lou has gone in the wall or spun, which has put Denmark into 4th. Very unlucky for Lou there. He was running very well on them hard tyres, but they are 20 laps old now. And Collider is also very far in on his tyres. Break FN is now on the tail of Ashpitz, looking to get that 2nd place to prove what he could have done without that incident. Close through the castle section. Ashpitz was quite wide there. I don't know if he's quite hit the wall there or not. I think he's lost his end plate possibly. I think he has. Oh, he's lost a lot more than his end plate. He has got not a lot of wing left. He's going to be struggling around these fast corners. Very struggling there. So Break FN just got to stay with him. And the fast corners onto the straight could be very, very hard for Ashpitz here with that wing. But I doubt he'll pit now. He'll just have to try and see it out and see where he can stay. Break FN has just got to stay behind him on set here and just get a good run off this turn. He should be past him going on to the flat straight now. Maybe not. He will be. As Ashpitz has now got to try and keep Denmark behind with that wing. Lil Jim is 26.4 seconds ahead. There's no catching him today. He's been absolutely unbelievable from the start. So Ashpitz going to struggle around with his wing on this last lap, as it's Lewis trying to move on Collider again. Very close battle here on the last lap. Always on a bit deep there, and that is his wing completely gone. He needs to really, really be careful on this last lap now, as Denmark is on Ashpitz as well. There's some very close battles right to the end there. Yellow flag in sector 1. It's Lou really struggling without his wing now. The Alfa Romeo is going to close very, very quickly, definitely towards the end of the lap with those fast corners. Very intense last few corners. As Denmark is going to try and stay out of contact of Ashpitz, who's really struggling with his wing. Denmark is having a connection issues there, so that's not going to help at all. But we have the Alfa Romeo getting past Lou, which is very unfortunate. I'm not sure how that happened, but Lil Jim has won the race by 27 seconds. Very dominant there. Break FN is going to come home second. Very well to get to second after that incident off the safety car, which is very unlucky. but Ashford is going to take third. Denmark will try and get him down to the line, but I think he's just too far away. Collider is going to come home fifth. Is Lou going to be able to hold off Ryan with that wing? As Denmark takes the fastest lap there on the last lap. It's going to take away that 1 point from Jim. But Lou's going to be struggling through these corners here. And Ryan is just going to go around the outside very easily. As Lou is going to struggle. Oh no, he's got the ERS. Going to be right down to the line. I think Lou might just keep it. Maybe. Very, very close there. Less than a tenth in it. But a very good race from Lou up until that point. Shankly goes ninth. Raffo is going to be 10th, and Hawkeye down 11th. Had a very rough day today. But Lil Jim couldn't fault him today. Unbelievable. Break FN very close with Jim up until that point. But a very good race there in Azerbaijan. Action field as always in Azerbaijan. Ratho with driver of the day. The final standings then. Lil Jim 25 points, up in 24 points ahead of H Taylor in the championship. Break FN, very good race from him up until that point, but had a very good recovery, stepping in for somebody in the McLaren today, so very good drive from him. Ashfit's on the podium third. Denmark up to fourth, stays in his grid position with the fastest lap as well. Clyde fifth, Alfa Romeo is 6th, Lou 7th after that terrible wing damage the last few laps. Ryan 8th, Shankly 9th, Raffo 10th, Hawkeye 11th, Pressimix 12th with a DNF along with Pistol Racing, Furkan, Ghost, Sanchez. So a tough race for them 5 drivers, but very good from Lil Jim today, very dominant, very consistent.